Hey everyone, Mr. Barley here, bringing you another video on my vampire clay tumbler. Um, Upon completion of the hair around the back of the tumbler, I'm working on building up some clay at the top where the scalp line would be. And I want to blend that down into the hair and then pull it back in a ripple fashion so that it looks like the top of the scalp has been cut away. It'll really come together when I apply paint to this with some washes and some blood effect. So I'm mainly just trying to blend it down and then pull it back so that it has a nice lip or pulled skin effect. Enjoy the video. So here I am just simply pushing that clay down so that it blends into the clay below it, while using my tool to try to keep the clumps of hair so that they have the same outline. And then I'll come back and retexture the hair afterwards. So you can see as I start to blend that down more and more, the bulk of that clay starts to disappear into the clay below it, and it creates a small lip that I can slowly add more clay to and then slice so that it's a rolled over piece of skin. So now I'm going to begin the process of filling in that little gap that was created when I added that extra clay at the top of the tumbler here. You can see it as a little black crease. I'm just blending that so that it's making contact with the actual metal tumbler. And then I'll come back around with an X-Acto knife and a few tools to add those skin ripples that I'm looking for to make it look like the skin's being peeled back slightly. And then I'll be able to go through later and apply the gore paint and the skin coloring and stuff. So the next step in the process is to use a multitude of tools, what I have on hand, to push up and down that lip that I've created and smooth it out just a little bit below. And then I'll add texture to the lip above so that it has a jagged and torn effect. This is where it really starts to come together. So this part of the process is really important. What I'm doing here is I am gently pressing that clay that I've added to the tumbler and then using my finger to run along the lip of the tumbler. When I get completely done with everything and it's covered with epoxy, I don't want any raised edges to be able to be caught by the lid of the tumbler when it's completely flush. And as you can see here, I'm kind of feathering the clay so that it doesn't go over the edge while creating a smooth effect. The clay itself gets weaker at these thin portions where you feather it, so you just have to be careful when you're working with that thin of clay. So me being my ADHD self, I ended up getting bored working on the scalp line, and I wanted to see what the hair texture meeting that rolled over skin lip would look like. So I kind of jumped to the hair for a few minutes to reapply some of that texture that I had taken out while merging the clay pieces together. Here in a few minutes after I get a feel for how that looks, I will jump back up to the scalp line. And there you have it, folks. A perfectly sculpted torn scalp ready for baking and acrylic paints over the next few weeks. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave comments of future projects you may like to see me do. Thank you very much.